Hello.
Hi. Today we're going to make a nice recipe for you using some of the fall harvest that we have available right now. Butternut squash. And we're going to make it into lasagna. Not the typical lasagna, but we're going to make a vegetable version.
Squash lasagna.
Yep. Vegetable lasagna using butternut squash and spinach.
And I'm hungry. Baby spinach.
Come on up here and we'll show you all the ingredients.
Our sign fell down.
And then
Remember? Pasta.
And we're each going to assemble part of this so it goes real quick and get it in the oven because you know what? He's hungry.
It's time to eat.
Come on up.
All right. I'll help you.
All right, the star of the show, the butternut squash. We're going to use the one that's about 1.5 pounds, something like that. And then we're also going to use some oven-ready no-boil lasagna noodles. We're going to use some baby spinach. I have the fresh stuff here. Some garlic, of course. Some shredded cheese. And then we're going to use some part skim ricotta cheese. I'm only going to use about half of this container. Some butter, milk, and flour to make some sauce. We're going to add salt and pepper and season it with some fresh sage.
I'm going to use this.
Smell that. Smells good, right?
This is a boxiki pan. What's it made out of? Silicone?
Yes.
And we're going to use our Kasori amazing air fryer rotisserie toaster oven, but we're just going to use it on oven mode.
Right, we're going to bake it. So set the rack up so that we can put a nice heavy pan of lasagna in there. Yeah, that would be fine. And Rick and I are going to start to assemble different things. So I'm going to go to the stove and I'm going to melt 5 tablespoons of butter. And then I'm going to add 5 tablespoons of flour, some salt and pepper, and 2.5 cups of milk.
You want that on the middle rack?
Yes, please. That's a good spot.
Should I preheat it yet?
We're going to preheat it to 375. You could start that.
Okay.
Okay, I'm going to get over to the frying pan and get this going. And then we're also going to add a little sage to that. But let's get this heated up.
Using your cast iron pan too.
Oh, I'm using my Le Creuset.
Got another surprise to unbox, right? What channel are you going to do that on? This channel or your channel?
I'm going to do it on this channel.
You want to say what it is? No. We'll wait. We could do it right after this. You know what I mean?
Okay, jelly bean.
Oh yeah, we got jelly beans.
Oh yeah, show them the jelly beans.
They know. She knows. We take a couple every day.
Yeah, we have fun getting the flavors.
Different flavors. Thank you. I like to guess the flavors.
Yeah, that's fun.
We don't need a lot of them, but we eat them every day.
While the butter's melting, can you put half the ricotta in here with some salt and pepper, some garlic? Let's put 2 tablespoons of garlic.
All right.
All right, go ahead. And I'll start peeling that squash.
Half of the ricotta. Ricotta.
Ricotta, as they say, in your country of origin.
That's half. Salt and pepper. What I remember so far.
2 tablespoons of garlic.
Oh yeah. Squeeze garlic.
I'm going to take these nice sage leaves and cut them up so you can mix some sage into that too.
Oh, this is strong.
And the sage is very strong because it's fresh. And that's why we're using it.
Smells good already. I'd like to eat that.
You hear that sizzle?
Yep.
That's the butter. Rick, put a little of that sage in there too. Just save me a little. All right, the butter's ready. We're going to start adding a little flour and stirring it in.
Sage in here. Right?
Yeah. You need me?
All of it or half of it?
Half of it.
Stir it up.
For flavor, we're going to stick a little bit more in here. I'll hold this for you.
Oh, I can do it. Holding the camera with the other hand.
Yeah. You want me to hold that?
No,
Okay.
I want to eat this now.
Okay, just don't eat it now. While I'm here, I'm going to grab a pinch. We're going to put it in the melted butter. Look over here. Okay, now we're still going to keep stirring in the flour. So it gets like a paste. It's like we're making a roux or something, but you can call it that, but we're going to make a sauce. Now we have 2.5 cups. And if you get this melted into the butter, it won't be real lumpy. It'll be nice, smooth.
So it's going to be like a white sauce.
Right. We're going to add cheese to it. It's going to be more like an Alfredo. Just slowly add that milk. The measurements here are easy to remember because they're kind of even. 5 tablespoons of butter, 5 tablespoons of flour. Then we're going to do 2.5 cups of milk and 2.5 cups of shredded cheese. And we'll let this come up to heat again and we'll add the rest of the milk. It'll take a few minutes.
That means the oven is preheated.
Oh, good.
Remember? The kasori. Pretty soon, hang on. Well, you said 350. Well, I got 400. Or just
375, please.
okay.
While that's simmering over there, we're going to get this squash ready. Now, I like to cut off a piece of the bottom to make it flat. Now I'm just going to take a vegetable peeler. And a lot of times people don't like to work with these because they're tough, but they're manageable, so they're definitely worth it because this vegetable is full of nutrition. Vitamin A, vitamin C, potassium, lots of good stuff. And once it's peeled, you can find them in different shapes, like the bottoms are bigger bulbs and so on. But Rick picked this one out when he went shopping at the local farm store.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Forgot about that.
Yeah.
Roadside.
And I think he picked the one with the narrow bottom because it has less seeds.
Yeah, I knew that.
We talked about it at the time, but then he wasn't thinking that I was going to come up with this recipe.
Nope. Still want to eat that.
You can taste it.
No.
Go ahead, taste it. There's
No,
no eggs in it.
I'll wait.
Let me just... I'm going to stir the rest of the milk in here and let it simmer up. Oh, that's nice. It's getting creamy. We can add 2.5 cups of cheese. Oh, that's what this bag
Thick
has.
cup?
We don't need to measure it.
Oh, I'm going to just add that into my mixture here.
No, it's going to go in that.
Okay.
All right. So now I'm going to cut off the other end. I'm going to take a bigger knife and cut straight down carefully. See, that wasn't so bad. Now you can see it has seeds inside just like a pumpkin. I'm going to take a ice cream scoop and we're going to get rid of them right away.
$3.50 you said?
$3.75.
For how long?
Well, it's going to be in there an hour, so set it for an hour and a half till we get everything. You can adjust it.
Okay. I'm helping.
All right, Rick, take that bag of cheese and add it to the sauce and stir that up real good.
Thick cut 4 cheese. Cheddar Monterey Jack Asadero. And Corsa Blanco cheese.
Asiago and queso.
That doesn't say Asiago, it says Asadero.
Okay, Asadero. I thought it was Asiago.
Unless the D is pronounced with a G.
Okay. It's a blend. It's a nice blend.
I don't know about all the different cheese names.
Okay, let's see.
Put this all in?
Put it on, but keep stirring.
That's going to be thick and cheesy. Now I want to eat this.
Yeah, now if it gets too thick, I'm going to add a little more milk. Feel free to make adjustments so that you have a nice creamy sauce you can put in between the layers of the lasagna, just like you would tomato sauce. You want something about that texture. So Rick, you might have to get the milk out and...
Well, let me get this cheese more somehow on here. Fish! Made a mess.
It smells good.
Let me clean up the stove here.
Okay, I'm going to go back to the slicing up here.
Okay.
Wow, that's looking great.
Mm-hmm.
All right, we're going to let it sit there in the warm cast iron pan with the heat turned off while we finish cutting the vegetables and getting them ready. And then maybe we'll add a little bit more milk, okay?
All right.
All right.
See how it goes.
All right. Nice. I know you're really getting hungry now.
Yeah.
Look at this. All right, back to this. All right, now we want to cut slices that are about 1/8 of an inch thick. That's pretty small. So you just have to get used to cutting it. Something like this. We don't want it to be thicker. It's going to take a long time in the oven. See how nice and thin? And when you have this where you can lay a flat part of it on the surface of a cutting board, it's not so scary to cut it. Sometimes people look at that shape and think, oh my gosh, how do I attack that?
Should have used my meat slicer.
Yeah, we could have.
I got one. See?
But I just
Right there.
I just get happy when I'm cutting vegetables, so that's why we're doing this.
Can you eat that raw like that?
Yeah, here you go.
No, thank you.
Here's your taste.
No.
Go ahead.
No.
He did. He ate it.
Tastes like a potato. It does.
Yeah.
A raw potato.
Well, now you can see when you get to this end, you have the nice solid pieces. And when we put them together, we're going to fit them together like a jigsaw to make the most coverage that we can get. The bigger your squash is, the bigger your layers of lasagna will be. This is a kind of small one, but we're making a 9x9 pan. All right, I'll cut the other one up quick. And we'll be right back. All right, we're going back to the stove and we're going to heat up this pan a little bit more. And you can see how thick it is. I think it's a little thicker than the consistency of jar tomato sauce. So we're just going to add a little bit more milk as we stir. I'm going to say another half a cup. And we're going to incorporate that and we'll be ready to start layering the lasagna. Now a choice, you wouldn't have to add the cheese to this. You could layer the cheese in, but we wanted to have a nice creamy sauce. All right, let's get the lasagna pan here. We're going to start by putting sauce in the bottom of the baksiki pan. And we just want to cover that. You can see we have plenty of sauce to work with here. Rick, I'm going to follow your lead and make more of a mess.
I cleaned mine up.
I'll clean it up.
So far.
All right, so we want on the bottom here enough of this sauce to try to get those noodles moistened up. All right, Rick, I need the noodles. Now this is oven ready lasagna, so it doesn't have to be boiled. You can do lots of nice recipes with this, right? All right, so we're going to take...
We even use that in the Hot Logic.
That's right.
If you have a Hot Logic.
Right. It just
if not, I'll put a link down in the description.
Good idea. Oh, I got two there. There we go. They're pretty thin, so they just need to have some moisture on both sides before they'll start to cook for you. Now we're going to have to layer the other things. So, next we want the ricotta cheese. Just want to put a little bit in each side here. Spread that out. If these little noodles crack, it's okay because they're going to cook together anyway. See how you get a nice thin layer on there.
Is that easier to smear it down with this?
We'll check.
Getting the corners.
Okay. Yeah, we definitely want to get the corners because we don't want anybody to get cheated out of the side pieces. I think we got it all covered except a little bit here. Now, some people say they make a double batch of this, put one in the freezer with some saran wrap and then cover with foil. And that'll help protect it from freezer burn. All right, we need
Pieces of squash.
beautiful squash. Now, do you want to do this part?
No.
I think you would like it. Come on.
Too
Come
hot.
on, go ahead.
I'll help. I'll do
Just-
this side, you do that side. What do you do? Like this?
Yeah, and if you get any of these big pieces, you know, you can just fit the moon shape in the middle.
That's how you're doing it? Like,
We just want to cover. Doesn't matter what they look like in there. We just want one layer
inches.
covering the whole thing. See how nice?
And then you put noodles.
Spinach.
Oh.
All right, now we have some nice fresh spinach here. And I really just want a light layer of this because
Ooh.
I don't want it to be the main ingredient. Let's get that one out of there. Just a nice healthy touch. All right. Then some sauce.
Sauce is boiling a little bit.
Yeah, I turned it off, but that's the beauty of that pan.
Cast iron.
Keeps everything hot for us.
What is it? La Crusade?
Le Creuset, yes. Boy, I love them.
All right, then we know. Now we put another layer of
Noodles, right?
lasagna.
Okay.
Yeah. Easy.
You think I should crisscross the other way this time? Or stick with the...
Depends how we're going to slice it at the end.
Well, you pick.
Yeah, go ahead.
You might hold it together better, right?
Yeah, still get squares out of it.
Now, it has enough strength that you can press down a little bit and get that nice and square in there. All right, now, looks like we're gonna add a healthy amount this time.
Don't run out of it.
I know, we're gonna do one more layer and we can top it with the noodles and you think I should use this?
See how it works.
See, it spreads out pretty fast, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Not the quickest recipe we ever made, right? But it's going to be good.
Let me put the peaches down.
The peaches. Yeah, go for the peaches.
Well, you had the smileys on the other side last time, right?
Yeah.
I'm helping.
Yes, you are. Thank you. Because we have to use all that in the next layer.
Oh, we can have some left over.
Yeah.
All that?
Well, we can use it for our
Dessert.
dipping snack tonight.
Yeah.
If you like the taste of it.
It was okay. I was real hungry though.
All right. Make sure. All right. What was next?
Spinach.
Spinach. Okay. Then back to the sauce.
I guess. I forget.
I think we might have some cheese sauce left too.
That's all right. It's a good dip too.
I got a little crazy here.
That would be a nice chip dip or.
Oh yeah. It would be nice on nachos or something, right?
Mm-hmm. Or use the raw squash then to dip in there.
But we do want to make sure there's enough in here so that the lasagna noodles soften up.
Yeah, they gotta be wet.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I used a lot this time. Okay, everything's covered. Back to the noodles, right?
Yep.
We'll go back to the crisscross.
This is gonna be one of those things where when it's done baking, we gotta let it set till it
Yes. You're
solidifies a little bit.
Absolutely
Like
right.
regular lasagna when we can't wait and you cut it and it falls apart.
Now, we're going to use the rest of the cheese mixture,
Cotta.
the butter mixture.
Can I lick the bowl?
You must. Do you want to?
I'll wait.
Okay. This is really going to have some flavor. All right, I think we got that. What's next?
Peaches?
Peaches. What if we made this with peaches, Rick? Weird. You think this is weird? That would really be weird. Okay, use up as much as we can.
What's this called? Squash lasagna?
Yes, butternut squash and spinach
butternut.
lasagna.
I didn't know.
Now this is going to bake for about an hour because this is such a hard vegetable.
1 hour.
Well, it's going to have to.
All right. I can wait since I had a couple snacks. I'm
Yeah.
gonna dip this in that cheese then too.
You think? All right, now
Spinach. Well, you can end it however you like,
yeah,
right?
what I want to do here is put the noodles, because it's getting deep, okay? Put the last layer of noodles with cheese sauce.
You go the other way last time?
Oh.
Yeah.
Then I think we reserved a little bit of sage there for a garnish on top of this. You see that on the cutting board?
Mm-hmm.
You can sprinkle that on top. I think we should set this on top of a pan in case it bubbles over. We could use the grill pan under. Came with the oven.
All right. In the pan or put this under the
I'd say just sit
bottom.
this. Oh yeah, that would be okay. Rick, top it off with that sage. Sprinkle a little around. You can hear him crunching that stuff, believe it or not.
ASMR.
All right, we ready to go?
Yep, it's a work of art.
Oh, it is. It's beautiful.
Don't burn yourself.
Wow.
Break time.
All right, now this is set for an hour and 16 minutes. I'm going to let it set at that, and we're going to test with a knife. In a little while, we're going to poke a knife in there and make sure the squash has got a nice soft feel to it. So we'll be back in an hour. If it needs a little extra time, we'll go a little longer.
Hoping it's brown and crunchy on top. You think
Yeah.
it will? It might not. It might.
Well, with this air fryer oven, at the last step, we can turn on the air fry feature and let the top brown nicely. That would be good. Good
All right,
idea.
let me have some of this cheese over here. We'll be back.
I'm just going to give you a peek in the oven here while it's cooking. We did lower it to the bottom rack because it was getting brown on the top already. So it's on the bottom rack of the oven, and it's bubbling and cooking and looking good. Be back in a little while. Okay, now this has been in for 45 minutes, and I'm feeling pretty confident that it's going to be done. So I'm just going to stick a knife in the center there and see how well it's done, and then we're going to take it out and let it cool. All right, let's just see for tenderness. It seems that I can put a knife in nicely. See that? So I'd say it's tender enough. Now I'm going to get it out and sit it on the countertop and let it cool off for a while so that it sets up and becomes easy to cut.
Is it time?
It's time.
Should I get a fork?
Yeah, we need a fork. I'm sorry.
Want to share one?
No. I know how that would go.
How would it go?
All right. It's cooling off a little bit. So I think we could cut it, right? Think so?
How's it look?
It
Oh,
looks
good.
it looks great. How about if we start like this?
Yeah, well, the square's in the middle because we get them lines.
Do you want a square? Okay.
Yeah.
Might be hard.
Remember they go crisscross?
Yeah. I just want to cut through everything here. A pretty sharp spatula.
At least it's crunchy on top like I like.
Look at that. Okay. Yeah. It's easy to figure out where the dividing line is. Oh my gosh. I just hope this comes out nice. I might need a bigger spatula. Here it comes. Oh, I just need to...
We just can't wait.
Whoa! That did come out nice. Oh, look. Nice. Creamy. Oh.
Give me a piece.
All right, so I was going to take this one here because it's closer. Uh-oh. What's happening? Something's hung up. There we go. Oh, look at that. Look at this spinach and cheesy sauce. Wow. It does look like peaches. Oh.
I can't wait to get that crust on the top. It's going to be hot again. Which I
Well, what'd you think of there?
Good.
Good? Too hot. Isn't it too hot?
Yeah, but I'm hungry.
Don't burn your tongue. It sure smells good.
Yeah, I want to get a piece of this crunchy lasagna noodle.
That squash is perfect. So 45 minutes. And that was cut very thin, you know, 1/8 of an inch, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that's all it took, 45 minutes to get done.
Oh.
The flavor is really good. It really is good. And you know, the consistency there, where it is done, well done, is kind of like scalloped potatoes would be, right? Like you can stick your fork in.
Yeah. It's good. I like these parts on top. The brownness.
Yeah. That's really, I like the recipe. I'm going to show you where I got the recipe from, okay? Hold on.
Motor weak. Car and driver.
Well, I subscribed to a magazine that I didn't have before, and it's called Eating Well. And that's where we found this recipe. And it's got great recipes in it, but I destroy my magazines and I rip out the pages. And I save them for experimenting, and usually I alter the recipes pretty much. This one, I stuck to the recipe pretty much.
It looks like it.
Yeah, does that look good?
Toasty on top.
Yeah, show the little can. It's called Dinner Tonight.
Spinach next to that.
Yeah. I think it came out pretty good. So anyway, I just wanted to show you where I got the recipe from. And you can see they showed us how to assemble it there and everything. So it was pretty cool. That was my first Eating Well magazine.
Health food. I'm in shape now.
This is definitely one we're going to make again. And think of the other vegetables we could put in this. We could use other squashes like acorn squash, or I don't know, lots of different ones.
The pepperoni squash.
No. Well, we could dress it up with a little meat if that was, you know, something you wanted to do. But you could put all kinds of things in here. Root vegetables. Really good.
Potatoes. Potatoes au gratin lasagna. Because that sauce was like au gratin. There's a pizza on TV. All right. Try this if you like it. Please subscribe. Pass the word to all your friends. Stay healthy and safe this holiday season. We have 2 turkeys we're going to make. Don't we?
Yeah.
You don't want to say that?
Sure, we're going to put them on in the deep fryer.
One in the deep fryer, one in the oven, right?
We'll see.
But that'll be on our other channels, my channel and her channel. There's a link down there in the description. Have a nice day. Take care.
Thanks for joining us. Vitamins and minerals.